Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87. This is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak Part 131. In the previous video, we finished up the first round of the ultimate battle royale of death. And now we're walking around Oracion. Of a fate that's actually even more harrowing because you never know when some NPCs are going to hit you with the most insane hot takes. Entry to the EGC is on a lottery system. They've already ended applications to it. I couldn't go to the film festival, and now I can't attend the EGC either. I'm kicking myself for not looking at more info in advance. Come on, it's okay. There's always next year, right? She doesn't know. She doesn't know the world's ending next year. I wanted to go too, but I can wait. Let's go check out our Sadie quest.
Let's see what we've got.
Got a 4 SBG. Someone sent me a threatening letter. I don't know what to do. Please help. Be waiting at the inn in the South District. You the waitress lady? Looks like I got some 4 SBGs. Guess so. We'll get some more free time today. And who knows? We may find some useful information while we do so. True, but don't forget that Almada's game is our first priority. Isn't Nellie the name of the waitress at our inn? That's right. What is going on with her? Well, I suppose we shall go check out. Presumably she's received some very mean things from very bigoted people. How may I help you all? Oh yeah, you're the group that came here yesterday. You want me to whip up a meal for you? That's okay. Thank you, though. We're actually here about your request. I didn't realize I'd be getting, you know, a small army to show up for my request. You're Nelly, right? We saw your 4 SBG on the bulletin board. You will need to pay us about, I don't know, $10,000 if we're gonna, you know, split this out. The more people we add to the party, the more we gotta charge. You're the famous Spriggan? Wow. Left the inn to check the bulletin board, and now we're right back where we started. That's funny. Can I go ahead and talk about the threat letter I received? What's it say? Perhaps we should discuss this in our room. I have a feeling this could take a while. Alright, have you got the letter on hand? Right here. Filthy parasitic immigrants like you have no place in our magnificent opera house. Abandon your dream to take the stage, or the wrath of Adios will descend upon you. I mean, if Adios hated them so much, why do they exist? How could anyone write something so horrible? Invoking our goddess's name in this way is nothing short of impiety. The person who wrote this is obviously anti-immigrant. One of the most pathetic things I've ever read. Guessing you don't see a lot of this stuff, given that Hay always gets a stranglehold over Longport? That sounds a different story, though. Anti-immigrant animosity is more likely to seep through here. Some people in the city are determined to carry the antiquated beliefs of the old nobility to the grave. It's almost like their life's calling is to harass people like Nellie. You aren't wrong there. Most of the people here are kind, but there's a handful of rotten apples to be sure. This isn't the first time I faced discrimination in the city. I can count the number of times this kind of thing has happened on 2 hands. Then, why are you still living here? And not all of us could just go move to the capital city and get free lodgings, Fairy. Because I love Oracion. It's every artist's dream to live here. We all call it the city of art and tradition. I've wanted to be here ever since I was a little girl. I've worked day and night for so long to get to where I am now, and I finally earned the right to attend the music academy here. I can't just throw it all away now. I can understand that feeling. Okay, so the music academy and the opera house connection tracks. Is there something that sparked all this, like an event of some kind? Yes, actually, we're borrowing the opera house for a concert recital. It's still a little ways away, but I'm totally stoked for it, and that's in part because I got the lead role. Wow, congratulations. So the threat letter is calling on you to give up the leading role? I'll probably resort to violence if you don't comply. And that's what I feared. Opera House has been around for over 100 years. And in all that time, I don't think there's ever been an immigrant who's been at the center of the stage. I can definitely see that ruffling more than a few feathers in the anti-immigrant crowd. I'm sure they'll stoop to some serious lows to get you out of the spotlight. That's terrible. If you don't mind me asking, why didn't you take this to the police or the guild? I wanted to be discreet about all this. If word gets out, the entire recital could be cancelled. It's been a labor of love from everyone involved, and my classmates have been giving it their all during practice. I don't want their efforts to go to waste. Just like the film festival, from the threat letter to the calling upon of a dubious brigand to save the day. Wait, is he dubious? Should I not be giving him all my money? I should just give up the lead role, shouldn't I? Absolutely not. Heck no! You worked your butt off and studied like crazy to get that far. The role is rightfully yours, so don't give it up. But I don't think I have any other choice. You don't want to fight this? Then why'd you send out a request? I guess I just wanted to hear an expert's opinion before I came to a decision. And now that I know I'm in real danger, I'd rather just let this one go. I mean, you're the client. If you want to call it here, then we'll be on our way. But are you sure this is how you want things done? You let this guy go. We'll be back for more. And as long as you have the will to take to the skies, they'll do everything they can to chain you down. Things only escalate from here if you don't take a stand. I bet they won't stop until you packed your bags and left. You still haven't given me the details of your request. Tell me what you really want. I'm all ears. I want to be a part of the recital. I don't want to give up here. Got it. You can leave everything to us, because Arcade Solutions is on the case. But no buts. We're going to help you out, and that's final. Whoever's behind this will think twice about hurting you once we're through with them. I suppose I can't change your minds then. That's right. Once we're committed to helping someone, we always see it through. Don't you worry, young lady. We'll catch this foul criminal. I suggest we start by gathering a list of suspects. Is there anyone you could think of who would have sent this letter to you? Not off the top of my head. I know doubting people you know ain't fun, but we need some place to start. Can you think of anyone who might want to snipe the leading role if you gave it up? I suppose one person comes to mind. Her name's Amalia. She's another student at the academy, and she's hyper-competitive. We were both the top picks for the lead spot. So if you were to step down, she would assume the leading role. It certainly qualifies as a motive. What kind of person is she? Do you know what she thinks about immigrants? She's a descendant. Oh, that's all I needed to know, lady. She's the descendant of the old Oracion nobility, and I don't think she likes me very much. I've never heard her say anything discriminatory about immigrants, but I can't exactly read her mind. She definitely sounds suspicious to me. Yeah, I agree. We'll start by talking with her. And I mean, you know, anti-immigration and straight-up bigotry are different things, right? I mean, even you could very well not be an immigrant and they'd probably still hate you. I don't know for sure that it's Amalia. It's like, you know, one's kind of like a gateway drug into the other. Or anti-immigration sentiments a gateway into just, you know, outright, like, racism. We're not going to lay any accusations. We want to chat with her. Any idea where she'd be this time? I think she's at the boutique in the department store over by the East District. She wanted to pick out a dress to wear to the recital. I overheard her saying that in our last rehearsal. You need to go to the Quincy department store. Let's depart then.
Time to go solve some problems.
So Quincy has their own department store. Is Quincy gonna be the company that Elaine's parents run? Is the minor joke about Quincy brand chips gonna actually become somewhat relevant because the company actually matters?
Maybe I'll take the tram.
Because that would be kind of funny.
Just a quick break, that's all.
Am I going to East or North District? East me.
May we be on our way.
How'd you enjoy your meal? One of Father's regular clients invested in that restaurant, you know? It was acceptable, I suppose. I'd much rather receive a gift in the form of a princess's dress and tiara rather than cuisine. It's every girl's dream to travel the world while being dressed like the princesses of the old kingdom. I don't know. We don't got Yume here to, you know, consult? Well, I'm sure we can make that happen. I'll ask Father right away. I'll make your dreams come true, promise. Don't make promises you don't know you can keep. I think I'll keep my expectations in check. Who would have thought my fiance would be so demanding? Father made an interesting choice, that's for sure. No matter, I'll do what I must to make my future bride's dreams come true. Just gotta wait till I get my mistress. It's every girl's dream, do ya, princess? They're prim, proper, elegant, beautiful, and intelligent. Most importantly, they have a dashing prince by their side. Can Manuel really be the prince of my dreams? Not with that hat, he can't. As always, Oracion's at the mercy of the whims of the upper class. While the capital's adopted a number of technological advancements, this place is stuck in the past and the people seem content with it. And of course, the people at the bottom of the social ladder are the ones who suffer the most as a result. Hate taking business trips to this place. I just want to go back home already. Yep, does seem like it's kind of shit from ass. But look at how pretty the buildings are. So, I guess it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Oh, it's you guys. I can't believe it. Well, suppose I'm not going to the capital now. Yes, the state of emergency is still in effect in Edith, I'm afraid, so I don't think you'll be able to spend your vacation there. Perhaps you can spend it here in Oracion instead. I know it's not what you had planned, but there's plenty of things to do around the city. Look at the palaces, look at the cathedrals, spit on the poor people. I'm sure your husband would feel better about that anyway, given the current state of affairs. What on earth are you talking about? Do you really think I'm feeling sad simply because I can't go to the capital? I gotta be worried about my vacation plans, and so many people were just taken from us. Holy shit, she's actually kind of based. My apologies, I should have realized you weren't concerned about that. As long as you understand. And by based, I mean has basic human decency. Shall we go in and pray? I think I'll be able to return to my day-to-day life with peace of mind once I know the departed are resting by the goddess's side. Her husband would not normally approve of her mingling with the lower classes. I believe an exception could be made in this case. There's no harm in praying with everyone. However, she must attend the rest of the events as planned. She may not want to, but she has to. Says who? There's no high or low standing when it comes to praying for those who have lost their lives. I want to pray with everyone for a while. You'll have to get ready for that social club tonight. I still can't believe they're holding those events at a time like this. I have to attend it in my husband's place, even though it feels like the world is on fire. I can't believe Cray Village is gone. Not even the children were spared. I've looked after many kids in gospel facilities over the years, so this is heartbreaking for me. You must protect the orphanage here at all costs. I've supported it for many years, and I won't let anything happen to it. I'm sure there's a few people from Cray Village who have lost their families and homes. I'd like to reach out to those people and help them in some way. I'm already thinking about getting in touch with the church in the capital so we can figure out how we can support them. When I heard the news of the tragedy, it didn't feel real at first. That's why I've come here, both to pray and to face reality. And just because Oracion is safe, she doesn't know, doesn't mean we can turn a blind eye to what happened. Doing that would be wrong. But it's still so difficult. I'm trying to put on a brave face for my son, but I'm not sure if it's all that convincing. I go to the Grand Cathedral every week, but this time everyone looks sad. Even Mommy looks down in the dumps. What should I do? Should I act sad too? Nah, that'd make Mom even sadder. We're currently holding a memorial mass for all the lives that were lost in the attack. Many are mourning for our fallen Calvardian brothers and sisters. The bishop is hosting the mass. He will offer a few words of prayer so that they may find peace. Anyone who wants to pray alongside him is welcome.
Adios.
She's been found.
Smashed our palace.
Oh yeah, look at the palace. I mean, this big old dang, look at all them rocks. Lots of rocks over there. Are you guys travelers? Do you want your shoes shine? I'll do her 50 mirror each. How about it? I'm trying to earn some money so I can help my mom. She's really sick. Poor kid. The wealth disparity in this city is pretty brutal. Kind of thing ain't uncommon in Oracion.
Alrighty.
So you gonna give them the money or not? How about I show you around the city? You don't even have to tip me if you don't want to. I'm just happy helping people. I'd be grateful if you did. My sister's income isn't enough to cover mom's medical expenses, so I'm trying to earn a little money myself. Yeah, well, sorry to hear. No cash on me, brother. No cash on me, brother.
My dad is very important.
Doubt. I ain't never heard of him. I heard an entire village was annihilated. How is it even possible? I believe this shall serve as a grim reminder that we must never let the lower class hold power. National tragedy happened? Oh shit, it's time to say the most fucked up shit possible. Ooh-wee. After all, the mafia is made up of low-born fools, no? I mean, maybe? That's undeniable proof that when those of lower standing achieve power and wealth, they resort to barbaric behavior. Those fools are making a mess of the underground areas? Yeah, I saw myself. We can't let them screw on our home turf. It is you say that I'm going to complete agreement. What are you going to do, drive around in the sewers? I said we send them back to wherever they came from. We'll show them the might of the high bloods. We'll do as the nobles all did with intruders. Get guillotined. Ah shit, not these guys again. I guess I should realize we might run into them here. This is their home turf after all. Doesn't sound like they learned their lesson. They're up to something for sure. Guess I ought to keep an eye on them. We won't let those fools run wild on our turf. Shouldn't be hard to crush them, should it come to that. Perhaps this is a good opportunity to show people that we mean business, and we're far superior to the old High Bloods gang. They got a lot of guts messing around on our home turf. Guess it's up to us to teach them a lesson. Jacobin's groups always get things done. Is that why they're, you know, yelling at people on the side of the street instead of governing? We must get our message out to the ignorant masses. Why are you giving me those looks? Do you perhaps think I'm up to something suspicious? And allow me to set the record straight. I'm just doing my duty as a descendant of the old Calvert nobility. And that duty is the eradication of the filth that seeks to destroy the customs of old. Mark my words, we will cleanse our city of those vile immigrants. Equality of all races be damned. I can't believe what I'm hearing. He's not even trying to hide his contempt. Don't often see people so outwardly racist these days. This guy legit doesn't think he's doing anything wrong. I will never understand why noble ancestors were stripped of their power. Because they were bad at their jobs. I know the royal family was overthrown in the revolution, but the class system could have prevailed. It didn't have to be upended to make way for those filthy immigrants. Uh-huh. Yeah, maybe old Calvert should have gone all the way and banned nobility, or at least noble titles. That would have probably helped make a cleaner break. One of our very own bracers died fighting that mafia group. Actually, I don't think the term mafia group fits them anymore. They're terrorists, plain and simple. They must be stopped at all costs. And I believe the CID Special Ops Division can take them out once and for all. Those terrorists are still at large, so we have to do our utmost to protect the citizenry. We also have many tourists coming into our city every day. I promise we won't let the people down.
This is the wrong way.
Let's stay clear of the caps. No need to chat with them. Let's go. He remembers the rule. Telling you, man, I basically wrote this damn game. So many of my jokes are canon. Greetings. Welcome to Hotel Leclerc. If you're here to book a room, then I'm sorry. You'll have to make reservations in advance. You do all look rather poor. The reservation system was put in place to ensure the safety of our guests. We hope you understand. We're nearly full booked, and there have been a large number of dinner parties here lately. It's been hard for people to reserve rooms. You guys don't pass the vibe check. There's been some hubbub about the Oracion Trust Bank lagging behind the banks in the capital, in Longport. The people spreading that garbage needed to look beyond the simple numbers. There's more to finance than assets and liabilities. Well, for example, the price of lands in Oracion is through the roof. Well, that would be an asset. As are the average savings of its citizens. That's also an asset. Public trust is also high. Technically not an asset, I'll give you that. Our growth may not be rapid, but it's stable. For my money, I think we're doing an excellent job supporting our country's economy. Yeah, but stability is not good enough. The goal is to make infinite money. If you're not, whoever is progressing faster towards the goal of infinite money is winning. Welcome to Hotel Leclerc. Do you have business with one of our guests? You don't look like it. If you do, then please talk to our staff members. They will be able to kick you out. As far as lodges are concerned, no shot. VIPs around the country and celebrities use our hotel, so, yeah, you're not them. Oh, is that Sal? It is. On that, you have nothing to fear. I assure you we have no shortage of personnel. Proceed according to our agreement. We shall be accommodating you to your needs within reason, of course. Many thanks. I hope this will serve as the start of a long-lasting relationship with your organization. That's Marduk. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Ah, if it isn't the good people of Arkride Solutions. Golly gee, there are a lot of you now. If it isn't even lunchtime and you're already up to no good? Why the hell are you calling Ren? Oh, you're calling Ren. What kind of bullshit are you two cooking? I would thank you not to call me by my name while I'm on duty, or even when I'm off for that matter. Kincaid? That's my name, don't call me it. Oh, that's the guy from the CID. He's a presidential aide, right? Why might a government official be having a friendly chat with the executive of Hayway? We were simply going over the events of this morning. That's all. That's all you need to know. As in what the Hercules unit did? Indeed. To be more specific, we were forming an agreement to ensure that such an event does not repeat. Desperate times call for desperate measures. After the incident, we realized a backup plan had to be put in place. Does that mean Hayway has already taken action? That's correct. We have men stationed all around the perimeter of Oracion. We originally planned to bring them inside the city as reinforcements, but as you know, the rules strictly forbid such a thing. Makes sense, guessing you're planning on seizing control of the city as soon as this is all done. Thought crossed my mind, though there's no guarantee it would be successful, even if we did try. You really are a sneaky son of a bitch. I want to ask you something, Van. Are you thinking of an escape plan for the people of Oracion? No? Maybe? You I would advise against doing so. I know you're an expert at finding loopholes, but now is not the time to hedge our bets. Oh, now is the time to hedge our bets. I know, that goes without saying. And while we're at it, I'll advise you both keep your scheming to a bare minimum. I know you glasses wearing types do that shit on the regular, but stop. I'll have you know, my inability to see has no impact to my personality. That's a stereotype. Van, is Oracion rubbing off on you? How rude. That sort of character borders on prejudice, wouldn't you agree, Kincaid? Don't put me in the same category as him. Not uncommon for the government in Hayway to form friendly agreements when necessary. In fact, the previous administration was quite helpful during the days when I was in Crossbell. Current government's very agreeable as well. However, we are all quite wary of the current president. We have to be careful while he's in power. What does the president want to do again? Like, what's his thing? Because really all we've heard is that they're like the nationalist party. Quincy Department Store, where you can find all your favorite Quincy products. So this is the famous Quincy Department Store. I feel like I've heard that name before. That's hardly surprising. The Quincy Bell brand is known throughout the world. They are most commonly known as the Quincy Company. It just happens to be their main headquarters. Oh yeah, I've had their chocolate before, and their Quincy brand chips. I recall giving you some back in Basel. Must be hyped to be here. Quincy stuff ain't half bad, I'll admit. Everything in their lineup's too damn expensive. Costs way more than what it's worth. Fair enough, though you can't deny it makes for a great gift. Speaking metaphorically here, guys.
Your car will be here in a moment, sir.
Yeah, that dude's fucking racist as hell. That's all I no offense. Shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
What's my schedule for today?
But look at that. I mean, come on. There's at least a preponderance towards complaining about poor people and foreigners with that look. He chose that look. Alright?
Our first stop will be at Etoise's offices.
Who's that? He looks like an important person. Name's Edmund Auclair. He's the CEO of the Quincy Company and head of Oracion's most well-known family. What? Auclair? Wait, I feel like I heard that name before, partner. That's the president.
Hmm?
Is something the matter, sir?
I smell a vagrant.
Must be my imagination.
Nothing. Let's be off.
That was Elaine's dad? Wait, so she's the daughter of the Quincy Company's president? Sure sounds that way. I do remember seeing that in the papers at some point. It's not like it's a secret or anything. Though Elaine and her dad never acknowledge it publicly. Nepo baby. Whether she wants to or not, man. They only gave her A rank because, oh, it's politically convenient. What? How many Septurions has she stopped? I'm just saying. Are you acquainted with him by any chance? Not really. Might have met him a long time ago, but I can't say I remember doing it. Anyway, let's check out what they got going in stock here. We should also drop by the equipment stores too. Maybe this is where we got our equipment upgrades. Agreed. This is a good opportunity to stock up. Thankfully, I have no money. Alright, sweetie, we're not gonna let that dreadful news get between us and our shopping time. Remember, money's no object. You may buy whatever you'd like. We'll have the maids carry it all back home later. Since my stingy husband is nowhere to be found, I'm putting myself in charge of the family budget, and I say we're going to shop until we drop.
We hope you enjoy shopping with us today.
If Rin's so good, why haven't they made a Rin's? I want Quincy Bell chocolate cake and Madeline's and Quincy brand chips. And I want some fancy clothes. I want to look like a proper lady. And we can buy some jewelry. I want to wear jewelry. Ain't no shot you're wearing jewelry. That shit gonna get lost so damn fast.
A bastion of history and culture.
Welcome to Belfry Fine Goods. Please take a look at what we have to offer. The Quincy Company uses only the highest quality fruits and dairy products when making sweets. We have our own supply routes that let us procure the best ingredients on the market. And those routes aren't impacted by the state of emergency, so we won't have any trouble with keeping our shelves stocked.
What can I do for you?
Hey, that's a cheap-ass hamburger recipe. Maybe their prices aren't so bad. All the other oh, we never read our fucking newspaper. I don't really want to do it right now.
See you again.
A bastion of history and culture.
Well, now let's try and finish this quest
In our store,
first.
you'll find products of only the highest quality that uphold Calvert's noble traditions.
Looking for high-quality clothing, look no further. Our ceremonial dresses are made with impeccable material quality. They're quite popular with the upper class. I like the upper class. I don't know, I mean, Barad's at least old. I would think most of his living expenses are paid by the church, right? He's probably got some money saved up. Granted, do the Grail Knights get salary? I feel like probably no, honestly. They're like, your salary is the love of the Lord.
Of history and culture.
Please take a close look.
In our store, you'll find products
Ain't got
of
no
only
damn
the
speed.
highest
Oh, there we
quality
go. There we
that
go.
uphold
There we go.
Calvert's
Get some
noble
dang old speed on them.
We hope you enjoy shopping with us today.
Those, we do kind of want these. We want one for Kiatra. We want one for you. Anybody up getting their shit sold? Or just me?
Welcome to the Quincy Department Store, a bastion of history and culture.
A bastion of history.
In our
You're
store,
always
you'll
welcome
find
The
here.
history of you guys giving us money.
that uphold
Things have been rather bleak as of late, but even in times like these, you can't neglect your need for self-care, and clothing is self-care. Buying a new pair of clothes brings peace to one's heart and mind. It's also important to dress to impress, and there's nothing more impressive than our dresses. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Oh, can I go look at the weapons store real quick? Hey, I sell weapons, silverwork, weapons. I've been doing business at this department store for a long time, but our production methods ain't changed a bit. So that's not a good thing. The Quincy Company has been looking out for my little shop for a long time now. I'm indebted to them. You know how this style of craftsmanship was once loved by the nobility of old and is still popular today. I feel blessed, honestly.
We hope you enjoy shopping.
I don't know if I want old style noble weapons. That shit didn't help them win the revolution. I want that newfangled shit. There are many workshops dealing in silver accessories and swords. They're symbols of the old nobility. But time has passed and things have changed too. Too did the workshops. They inherited traditional crafting methods and styles. Happy my workshop and the Quincy Company can work together to protect the old way of doing things.
Do you need something?
I mean, if the old way was so good, we wouldn't have invented a new way.
Products of only the highest quality.
You know, that's the counter to if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We hope you enjoy shopping with us today.
Look at all the art resistance I could get. Okay, you, and I would like to upgrade you. We're going to be using Old Man.
Welcome to the Quincy Department Store.
Yes.
History and culture. In our store, you'll find products of only the highest quality that uphold
That enough?
Calvert's noble traditions.
Ish.
We hope you enjoy shopping with us today.
Oh, that's Judas. I don't really care. Well, you don't really attack anymore, so.
Please come again.
Elevate, I'll take you to the Quincy Company headquarters. If you have business there, you'll need to schedule an appointment. Though the president's been busier than usual these past few days, so I doubt you'll be able to see him anytime soon, judging by your looks.
In our store, you'll find products
Alright, let's read the newspaper. I lied. As soon as I figure out how to read that sumbitch, you're all gonna pay. Seriously, what do I... Okay, it's select. Alright, let's take a sip of sauce first. Alright. Okay, I had to get one more swallow. Cray Village destroyed by unknown weapon. On the evening of November 15th, a massive explosion from an unknown source rocketed the village of Cray in Beachy County, located in northwest Calvert. On the 16th, the president's office released an official statement that the disaster was a terrorist attack using an unknown new type of weaponry. The statement also contained a declaration of the national state of emergency. Currently, the area around Cray Village is under strict lockdown by the Republican Army, and the scale of the explosion leaves little hope for any survivors. Authorities have dedicated immense resources to an investigation into the identity of the culprits and the whereabouts of the mysterious new weapon. But to avoid any confusion at this early stage, the authorities are refusing to give any statements regarding potential culprits or the current state of the village until the investigation turns up more solid answers. As the government authorities are still in the early stage of their investigation, We also have very little information to work with at this point. However, as unease spreads among citizens of the Republic, we understand there may be all sorts of speculation regarding the identity of the terrorists. That said, we do have to ask ourselves who could have been behind this unprecedented terrorist attack. The list of suspects seems short when you take into consideration this would need to be an organization with the means to acquire and use a weapon capable of wiping out an entire village. We believe the Erebonians did it. Some voices raise the worst possibility. This is the first step towards another invasion by Erebonia. However, the Erebonian government has already strongly denied any participation and has pledged great contributions to the relief effort. Professor Schmidt from the Empire's Ruhr Institute of Technology stated, "No one in the Empire has the technological capability to utilize a weapon like this, nor is there any related research being conducted. However, if that we eliminate the possibility of a state government, that organizations could have the ability to carry out such an atrocity." According to our interview with police officials, a certain anti-government organization based in Messeldam showed a sudden increase in movement right before the attack on Cray, with some of its members vanishing. Where they went and what connection this might have to the attack is, as of yet, unknown. It's hard to believe an anti-government group like theirs suddenly has the ability to carry out an attack on this scale, but you know, remember that time when Crossbow just suddenly revealed they had an ion cannon in their lake? And we were all like, oh god, that's crazy, and then completely forgot about it. So I guess, you know, crazier things have happened in recent memory. The truth is, their burst of activity coincides almost exactly with the timing of the attack. The police are continuing their investigation, keeping in mind the possibility this attack was carried out by the same terrorists behind the two-pronged attack last month. We can only hope the authorities are able to uncover the truth and reveal the whole picture soon to calm the fears of Calvert citizens. We'd also like to express our deepest sympathy for the villagers who fell victim to this attack. For their sake, our reporters will put everything we have into the fight to reveal the truth behind this tragedy, and we hope that truth can set them free. Swift government response as national state of emergency declared. Along with this announcement of the tragedy to the nation, President Gramhart also declared a state of national emergency. Police and military forces were quickly deployed all over Calvert to watch over national security. This rapid, smooth response has kept citizen unrest across the country to a minimum, with many voices praising the responsiveness of the government. The secret of this excellent response perhaps lies in the focus placed on the communications between the Office of the President and the CID, as well as the utilization of lessons learned through the Basel and Anchorville terrorist attacks last month. Though some were surprised by a previously unknown aide to the president taking the podium during the announcement of the government response, sources within the government have indicated that Ren Kincaid is an analyst of the CID taking on a special aide to the president for this incident. He stands as a testament to the importance placed by the office of the president in collaborating with the CID. Citizens should keep in mind that some civil liberties, such as freedom of movement, assembly, and certain economic activities will be slightly restricted until the state of emergency is lifted. There are some fears that this may impact the economy negatively, with some voices expressing special concern that the economic restrictions could lead to stagnation that could slow the growth of Calvert's economy. Certain members of various opposition parties have criticized the response of the government, stating, "Their response was extreme and they rushed headlong into it without considering possible secondary damages, and I'm just worried this could lead to restrictions of our basic human rights." However, a representative for the Republican Party, the main opposition party, it's kind of funny to see them say that. I mean, I guess maybe, it is implied they're like a parliamentary system, so there might be multiple parties, but it is kind of funny to just see them call out, like, you know, one of the main two parties that everyone would probably know of. Because, the Republic, at least that's like the mainstay. The Patriot Party may be kind of new. That's not entirely clear, but... Where was I just completely got off track there, because I don't know, I thought it was kind of funny to see them adding context for the Republican Party. Showed understanding of the current administration's response, stating, "When a national emergency occurs, you have to look at the big picture and set your priorities. Now is not the time for criticizing the current government's response. Instead, each party should be looking for ways to contribute and, if necessary, offering advice to the situation of the government." To our readers, we understand that many of our readers are currently feeling fear and unease due to this unprecedented tragedy and the added stress of the government's declaration of a state of emergency. Now, while we find our movements restricted, would perhaps be the best time to join hands with family and neighbors to work together to ease each other's anxiety. Despite restrictions, if we take the government's recommendation to focus on this time with our families and community, Perhaps we can find hope and comfort in each other in the coming days. Due to the current situation, we will be postponing our special article, Calvert Hotspots Altier Edition, which was originally intended to be published in this issue. We apologize to all our readers who were looking forward to this article, and we ask for your understanding in these trying times. At least it wasn't a Hotspots edition on Prey Village. Ooh, that would have been... Oh, sorry. Your article's gonna have to go into the archives. That shit's never seen the light of day. I don't know. I don't really want to start the side quests, because we only have a few minutes left. We can pop over to the North District for a little bit.
Off we go.
Talk to a few NPCs.
It's so pretty.
And that's why if he were in our shoes, Dingo would have fought until the very end. Brother, sister, he did. He was the best at what he did. You have to be just like him, especially now of all times. Okay, I got it. You definitely convinced me he was a model journalist. Sorry for saying all that fucked up shit about him, how he's a tabloid reporter or whatever. But what exactly do you want from me? Do you need my help with something? Well, sort of. So, have you ever heard of a battle royale? I can say there's something going on, and I can't just sit around doing nothing. Dingo would have felt the same. Even if I can only help in a small way, I have to do something. So, could you help me? Yep, sure got a lot of energy. Wish we could have people as motivated as you at our company. Fine, you won me over. Really? Still have my own work to do, but I promise I'll do what I can to help. This is an unprecedented national crisis. Now's not the time for news companies to be bickering with each other. Would you like to swap contact information? That sounds great, thank you so much. Let's do our best out there. Seeking the help of a local writer? What the hell's that girl thinking? If she tells them about the game, we'll be screwed. Actually, maybe I should have a little more faith. She of all people wouldn't want to let Dingo down. Yeah, but she's also, like, Judith pilled and might say the wrong shit and then we all instantly blow up. There has to be something I can do. If Dingo were here, he would never ever give up. Her passion did me in, but maybe that's not such a bad thing. Sounds like there's something going on that she can't talk about. What exactly is happening here? Did it have something to do with those Jaegers that have been spotted around the city? Well, I suppose there's no harm in working with her on this, as long as we aren't putting ourselves in danger. Oh, she dancing. She dancing! Confound it all, my focus is in tatters due to that incident. And it's such a critical juncture too, I can't fall into a slump with this deadline looming over my head. I'll simply have to push myself a little harder. No, I'll stay at the palace till the sunset if I must. There are many art and music schools here in Oracion. My generation has a duty to inherit the traditional arts of my forefathers. I must live up to everyone's lofty expectations of me, but every time my mind wanders back to that tragedy, my hand freezes. Why must inspiration elude me so? Man, that is a big-ass palace, man. That thing's fucking huge. Are you the lady from Tharbad? I don't know. Those murderers, how could they... I won't let them get away with this. They're gonna pay for what they've done. This officer's really upset about the incident. More than just upset, I think. Seems personal. Or maybe you were in Prey at some point? Like, I don't know, your name seems very familiar. But I'm sorry, I can't say I remember every NPC's name, obviously. I know. You're all tourists, no? Would you be interested in hearing a little about our city? I may not be a guide, but I love talking about Oracion. So, we'll start with the beginning. There were no immigrants, and it was glorious. All the poor people shut the fuck up, and we got to do what we wanted. The South District is the first place most visitors see. It's where the city entrance lies. People of all walks of life live there, including many of our renowned artists. The North District is populated by ordinary folks like me. Many tourists gather here to see the Royal Palace, which is visible in the distance. Because it touches the border facing the Free Cities, it has a long, prosperous history of trade and commerce. In short, the South District is where the artisans gather, and this is where merchants go to sell their wares. But you better beware of their prices. Hell! it can be rather expensive to purchase artisan crafted goods. That's I did not mean to imply the merchants are price gouging or anything like that, even though they probably are. My parents just don't get it. One of the movies doesn't get in the way of my studies whatsoever. It doesn't make me undignified or ungraceful either. How can my parents say that? Alright, I almost forgot my old friend is back home. Haven't seen her in ages. Seems she's living her life the way she wants to. Maybe I can learn a thing or two from her when we get together. I remember your name. Somebody mentioned it in Amalia. Alright, we'll go ahead and call it here. Next time, we'll, honestly, we're probably just gonna go straight back to, back to the East District so I don't forget.
Let's roll!
To knock this out at the start. With that being said, I'm Maker Cheese 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And I'll see y'all next time, partners, compadres.